Welcome to Planet Africa Television. I am Patricia Baby Mawa. The Wholesale and Retail Sector Education and Training Authority, W&RSETA, plays a significant role in upgrading the skills of historically disadvantaged groups in the wholesale and retail sector in South Africa. Planet Africa covered W&RSETA's international development program in China, India, the United States, the United Arab Emirates, and Canada.
Wholesale and Retail Sector Education and Training Authority, W&RSETA, is South Africa's premier organization in skills development in the wholesale and retail sector.
There is no university of experience, and unfortunately we can't build any. The only way to make young people experience is by giving them opportunities of this nature. You are therefore on the right track. We are therefore on the right course on this leadership development program. Because the Governor General says, young people, I suppose all teachers behave like that, because he's an educationist. Young people are not leaders of tomorrow, as many people will say. I do not believe that young people are leaders of tomorrow. I believe young people must lead now. And therefore, give them the opportunity now.
ILDP delegates visited Toronto, Canada, New York and Penn State in the United States, Shanghai, China, Mumbai, India, and Dubai in the United Arab Emirates.
You are ambassadors of South Africa. You need to then ensure that you raise the flag very high. It's also time for the world to also embrace our unique solutions so that we can all be able to build a continent that is prosperous, but also build a world that is free with itself, that is free from famine, terror, and all other social illnesses that are confronting humanity currently.
It's a phenomenal program, but it's also been life-changing. The ILDP for me has helped me to look at different business models in different countries and understand where the retail business in South Africa actually stands. It's allowed me to look at the business models in Dubai, India, China, and look at opportunities where we as South Africa can actually learn and actually make a contribution towards our communities and the country.
The W&RSETA's International Leadership Development Program, ILDP, is an intensive action learning program designed to develop the future leaders of the wholesale and retail sector.
The ILDP program has been world-class. It's been an awesome experience, but also it has once again showed me that in the retail sector we have an extreme amount of talent that we need to nurture and develop in such a way that we can ensure the future success of our sector.
There's a lot of lessons we can learn from Canada. So seeing the retailers, meet people, it's going to be extremely enriching. It's about learning the best practices and taking that back to South Africa.
What we really hope to achieve out of ILDP is to prepare people who can go into senior management in retail in South Africa. It's an aging population that we have there in senior management in retail, and we're really hoping to get brand new talent all ready and raring to go with good ideas and taking fresh opportunities into the whole management space.
Planet Africa Television will be right back.
Welcome back. W&RSETA's International Leadership Development Program was designed to accelerate leadership in the wholesale and retail sector in South Africa.
I'm very proud to be part of this winning team, which is the Wholesale and Retail SETA. That is where the idea, or that is where this program was conceived. We've learned so much here. Learning is a lifelong process. We all know that. So for you to be able to be better managers, you need to be coachable, teachable, as well as be present in your jobs. By being present, one means that you just need to be there to be able to detect challenges that may come before they actually happen. Somebody who is creative, someone who is also innovative, and that's the type of leaders that we need.
Participants, who are mainly from historically disadvantaged groups, are exposed to thriving markets to accelerate their business insights as they learn directly from global business leaders.
It is a program that shifts paradigm because you're not just stuck in your own ways of how you do business. However, you're exposed to different individuals within the program, within the South African context. You're exposed to the world at large for best practices. And from that, you can take those skills and bring them back into our country to develop our sector and to make sure that we give back to our communities.
There's a Western brand, there's an Indian brand. They will look at both, look at the value, and then they will buy. So that's a cultural difference which you have to see. That here Indians are more looking at what the brand value is giving, not the brand in itself.
While in Toronto, 24 emerging South African retail and wholesale executives gained insights at Canadian Tire, Loblaws, Rotman School of Business, Tesla Motors, Mosaic Wholesalers, and other organizations. The W&RSETA delegates received a great welcome at Toronto City Hall, where they met with stakeholders from the retail sector and the government.
As Canada's leading business center, Toronto is in fact a great place for you to deepen your knowledge and and your understanding about commerce, and also about the business that you're in, which is a retail business. And that's part of the reason why you're here, to learn best practices, to learn new ways of doing things and so on, so you can take that back, certainly to South Africa. Thank you very much.
Use your time as leaders, get the best practices, and take them back and build a strong wholesale and retail sector in South Africa.
Being involved at the board, you're able to represent your firm, but also to represent yourself. Because you're certainly going to be working at the firm you're currently at, hopefully for a number of years, but you're also thinking about where's your next career step. And so we offer an ability to both market the firm that you're working for, but also to be marketing yourself and always be thinking about your personal brand. And we spend a lot of time fairly explicitly working with members, trying to understand what they're trying to accomplish, both at the firm level and personal level, in participating in board events.
The delegates, as with previous groups, will return to South Africa with new ideas which will encourage and enhance innovations to benefit the wholesale and retail sector, and particularly our country. The city has really been with these programs for 10 years, so we really are grateful for that. Allow me to conclude by quoting our erstwhile, the late Dr. Nelson Mandela, who said, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful tool which can transform the nation," end quote. I truly believe that the LDP is one of those powerful tools that has and will continue to contribute to transformation of the sector in our country. I thank you.
So Joelle, congratulations and thank you very much, and welcome to Canada. And I would only hope that as you go back home with all your delegation, that you take one idea with you, and that is that we in Canada want to be your friends. And together we can create a better humanity. Thank you.
You will find yourself as the best ambassador for South Africa, for Canada, or whatever your origin is from where you come from. Canada is diverse, the most diverse nation in the world, and we love it here because we cherish and rejoice every person from where they come, and we let them be who they are while being Canadian.
Planet Africa Television will be right back.
Welcome back. The International Leadership Development Program exposes participants to best practices and leadership principles in major cities in the world.
We're going to give you quick facts about Loblaws. They are a subsidiary of George Weston Limited, and they are the largest food retailer in Canada. Loblaws was a nice experience. Having a chat to the store manager there was good because he explained to us exactly how they operate.
Yeah, three things really stand out. The Niagara Falls, I mean, is one of the wonders of the world for me. The second thing is the passion of the people in everyone we've spoken about. Not only passion, but their love for the city and the country. And the third one I really enjoyed was the one we just had with Mr. Graf.
If people are buying online, yes? Okay, traffic counts go down in a store. True. All right, now, there's something called the retail equation in retail. Traffic times your conversion rate percentage, right? That's the percentage of customers that buy that walk in your store, times average sale, the average amount they spend, produces your sales. That's it. Traffic times conversion rate times average sale, that's your sales.
So as a token of appreciation for something for you here,
thank you very much.
But also just to emphasize that there's one way that I've learned today to say that, you know, people got questioning what they're doing, they say my Toronto. So I'll say my W&RSETA. I want to thank you for that.
to one person. Have that person clear in your mind. You will watch the way that people engage more, or the way that you hear back from your consumers. I feel so connected, I feel like you're speaking to me. That's the goal. So I mentioned personal, which is the third piece. Consumers want it to be personal. They don't want generic. They want to engage. They actually want to participate. People want to get involved in something, but they have to feel welcome, they have to feel it's for them, and they have to feel it's relevant. So consider, as you make your choices, how can you do that? That's what consumers want in the social space.
On behalf of the ILDP delegates of 2014, we'd also like to say a big thank you. You definitely are an inspiration. Despite all the challenges that you might have to trade, you're really an inspiration to us, and yeah, we're going to go back and try to implement some of the ideas that we got from you. We wish you all the best to you and your family and your business.
Okay, you're welcome very much. Thank you.
This is for you.
Thank you. They were so surprised that we can be able to make it down here.
What I've seen here, a lot of things can be applied. People are positive, they're engaged, and it's about leadership, self-reflection and serving others, being selfless. And I think, for me, I believe that that is something that I will take from this particular immersion to take to South Africa.
Representation is only one way of measuring success. I think this is one of the mistakes that we could learn from, or you could learn from, I think from a North American perspective, is that most, and I'm not just talking about retailers, but most organizations thought this was about how many you got, how many women, how many minority, how many people of color, etc., whatever. It's a small part of the conversation.
I've learned from so many other executives that comes out of the retail environment as well. Having been exposed, I've seen myself being developed to be a better leader, myself being a franchisee to be a better leader within my business, and also being able to create opportunities for other franchisees as well.
If you don't have core convictions, you will flip and flop, and you will become unstable in your leadership, and most people will not want to follow that kind of leader.
The ILDP program is important for the retail sector because it develops managers, increases their self-awareness, which is the one thing that I have certainly learned from the program. Every manager within the retail business needs to go through a program like this, which develops how we lead the industry, how we lead our businesses, and how we lead as a country.
Regards to business, in order for you to be actually very successful, you need to just have that attitude that I must win. And essentially in the retail area, you're a winner when customers win. So thinking about it like that, I think is actually very important.
When we arrived in Toronto, I mean, I think what struck most of us, and especially with the delegates, it was the excitement and the warm welcome that we received, not only for us personally as a group, but as South Africa. It felt like, you know, they welcomed us as a country as well as individuals. So it was wonderful, and it's encouraging, and I think if anything, everyone has got a sense that they can be proud of where we come from, you know, and we can be proud of South Africa, and you know, and there are, like Toronto, there's a partnership there, there's a friendship there that I don't think anyone really realized until we arrived.
Planet Africa Television will be right back.
You're watching Planet Africa Television. While the W&RSETA delegates engaged in interactive exchanges and in-turns learning, they did not miss out on the opportunity of exploring interesting sites in the cities that they visited.
Hello everyone, my name is Nicole Abatikio and I'm here in Niagara Falls with the ILDP delegates. This is Swazi, and Swazi, tell us where do you work in South Africa?
Pick n Pay.
Awesome. So I hear Pick n Pay is a very large, popular store.
Yes, the second largest.
Okay, very good. And so is this your first time to Toronto?
Very first time, and I'm loving it, yeah.
Okay, amazing. So we're on the Hornblower right now, and this is the cruise for the main cruise for the Niagara Falls here. And so what are you looking forward to?
Just getting as close as I can to the actual waterfall and feeling the water in my face. Just being alive in the moment.
Yes.
That's why I'm right here at the front.
Right here in the front. So we're having our very own Titanic moment, just like the movies. This is Javed, and tell us what you do, Javed.
I am a franchisee for Sasol and KFC back in South Africa.
Okay, awesome. And so we're on this the Hornblower cruise right now. Are you excited?
Yes, very excited.
What are you looking forward to most about this cruise?
I'm looking to just experience the force of the waterfall when we're closer to the waterfall.
We are about to finish up our cruise. How do you feel so far? How is the experience for you?
Breathtaking, awesome. I think the falls are majestic.
I like the boat, particularly. The experience was amazing to be right there, see all that millions of gallons of water coming down, and we were right at the heart of where it's happening. It was an amazing experience.
Well, you'll take a heart, oh, it will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try.
And one word to describe the experience?
Awesome.
Innovative.
Reflective.
Inspirational.
Life-changing.
World class.
Very bold. Life-changing.
ILDP!
That's all for the program. It is great to see an organization like the Wholesale and Retail Sector Education and Training Authority of South Africa, W&RSETA, upgrading the skills of historically disadvantaged groups in the country. If you'd like to know more about us, please visit our website at planetafricagroup.com. Also join us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I am Patricia Baby Mawa. See you next time. Goodbye.